So, ladies, I'm doing a very impromptu video. I thought I'd do a Facebook Live, but I'm too afraid of the fact that I can't and I won't work out how to record it for posterity. So I'm going to pre-record this thing. For the last week, I have advertised my French sassy and fabulous escape, where I take women online to France. They come in my bedroom because that's the only place that I have. I gather loads of things that I have from other women in my family, from my ancestry. I bring things like cheeses and baguettes and cakes and wine, and I explain things about my culture. We get together, we drink, we have a great time, we have a party. I do loads of different little activities, and we get saucy. So, interestingly, I have had in the last 2 weeks, I think over 2,000 people click on my Facebook ad to go to my Eventbrite page. And out of the 2,000, and I'm going to be really frank here, I'm not going to hide anything, because the truth is always the things that we learn the most from. I've had 2 people book. Now, I know, because I've run this event, that every single woman that's attended has had a whale of a time. On the Eventbrite page, I have loads of testimonials with pictures of the women that came to my party. So it's not like I've made it up. It's actually true. Yet, it seems that there is something wrong with running sassy and fabulous events. Because, you see, I had to replace the word sexy by sassy because Facebook thinks that sexy is sexual. So I had to find an alternative to kind of get the spirit of what it is, and that's my spirit. And I'm not going to shy away of the fact that I happen to be French. I was going to say freaking French and sexy. Now, it seems that there is a problem with that. Because when I got feedback from people, they were like, oh, it's a little bit too sexual. Oh, is it an event for men to meet French women? I'm like, no, it isn't. I was just absolutely gobsmacked by what some people told me about the copy. And I was thinking, okay, it's too much to speak about risqué lingerie or sexy lingerie. And I'm like, why? Why is there a problem speaking about sexy lingerie in an event when it's part of the French culture? It's like it's okay to speak about it and see it in movie, but it's not okay in any other way. Like, what are you afraid of? That's really, really strange to me. So, other things that I put in my copy, which I think is too much. And it's crazy. So things like, you'll uncover what makes us so seductive and sexy, we'll groan and get juicy. What's wrong with groaning? What's wrong with getting juicy? What's frightening about being juicy? Like, I don't know if you realize it, ladies, but when you're in bed, you get juicy. I mean, that shouldn't be a surprise. So what is happening in our world that we are creating a world where women are supposed to be free, and then when we talk about being free, I mean, like getting juicy, that's freedom to me, we shy away and we're like, oops, we shouldn't be using these words because they are frightening us. Why should we be afraid of being in that sexiness of us, in that freedom of us, in what makes us women? That's what makes us women. Things like we'll be stylish, things like we'll lick a few fingers and have a frisky feast. Well, yes, that's what we're doing. We're having chocolate cake and we're having drinks and I'm making mayonnaise and we just Why not? It's fun. Why can't we just have free fun without thinking about prejudices, without allocating certain meaning to certain words that we have predefined to mean something about us that actually it doesn't mean anything about us. It is the meaning that men have put onto those words. It's like when we say, oh, this woman is bossy. No. She's got boundaries. She's a leader. Those meaning, those words, they've been transformed by other people. So we use these references as women to judge ourselves when we actually should be completely and utterly free to look at what it really means. Yeah, be glamorous, be classy, be sexy. Why is it that you couldn't be all of these things together? I don't understand. I was told by a lady in Australia that when I use curious, are you a curious woman? It had sexual connotations. The word curious, listen to me, has sexual connotations. I was actually told that by one of the men that looked at my copy yesterday. Since when being curious about the world, being curious about oneself, being curious about learning new things, since when is that supposed to be sexual? What is wrong with the world that it has transformed something that is about the most important thing of life? I used to teach. I woke up every morning and what put a smile on my face was creating curiosity in my students. Like what I despaired about was the lack of curiosity, their lack of arguing with me, their lack of questioning me. So what's wrong with being curious? And even if you were curious sexually, what's wrong with being that? Like what's wrong with opening to a different culture, to opening oneself, to in every way, by the way, and I'm not going to censor that. What is wrong with embracing everything, with embracing the energy of every single country that you go and visit? Like, what's the point of traveling to France if it's not to learn these things, to see what's great about French culture, especially, when it comes to women and men, and men as well, because French men have some really good qualities and know how to do certain things that other men, don't know how to do. The same, with Argentinian men are amazing. Italian men know how to talk. You have something to learn from women in every single country. What is there to fear about that? I don't get, what's the point of traveling if you're not ready to embrace the world, to make love to the world, to eat pieces of the world, to digest it into yourself, and to just make it shape yourself, transform yourself. The world is an amazing place. It's a cradle of learning. Why can't we just embrace it without judgment? So there you are. I don't know. I wanted to say this because I don't get it. It makes me think that maybe the world is not ready for little bargain Carol, who is happy to be who she is and doesn't have any problems being intelligent, sexy, fabulous, classy, stubborn at times, insecure, lacking confidence, but still, and still going on for what she wants. That's being human. So yeah, let's embrace our vulnerabilities. Let's embrace our fears. Let's just go and find something new and just have a nice little adventure. Let's do something that's really unleashes something that is different in ourselves so that we can discover a different aspects to us. So there you are. I've done 10 minutes and 3 seconds and I'm finished. So please tell me how you feel about that. Like, am I alien? Am I saying something that's really stupid? Tell me. I'd love to know. I need help. I need help to understand what is going on with the fact that we are so fearful of embracing ourselves and embracing what the world has to offer us. Thank you. Have a I can't speak anymore. Have a lovely, lovely evening or lovely day or lovely morning. Au revoir.